Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to ESPN College Game Day live from PMAC and Baton Rouge, Louisiana on Valentine's Day. We have waited all day long until this day has officially got here. And this place is packed, and everyone started filling up this place. You can see the band is here, right over here in the very packed place. Welcome. So we know who they are. I know Andrea Carter right there, Christine Williamson, and I forgot, you know.
Showtime, baby! Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Incredible atmosphere. This place is buzzing. Ladies, it's college game day. And here we go. It's not that bad. I'm scared. She just gets buckets. Putting their opponents to sleep. They're ready. They are so ready.
College Game Day, live from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, is covered by State Farm.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to ESPN College Game Day live from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And later on, the next 28 minutes, we'll have our primetime game of this rivalry game of LSU versus South Carolina.
I left it in the back. I want to say thank you. Yes. And that gave those. Very kind. We very kind of you.
That's Jenny. That's on the right. That's Andrea Carter and Christine Williamson. Now, there's something in mind. We just got to know what would be a very good rivalry game of this women's basketball tonight.
She's lost all 5 meetings against South Carolina and been outscored by more than 10.
South Carolina versus LSU in the last 5 seasons ago was a rivalry. But as you may know or not, I remember that the year before at the SEC Championship was a brawl. That's a brawl. You know?
Yeah, these two coaches could not be any more different from what they wear, the fashion. I know you're a fashion girl. You've got Louis Vuitton Dawn, but also Kim Mulkey, that sideline swag. She rips that jacket off and you know she means business. But on the floor, their styles are different as well. Dawn Staley, if you think about her squad, they're very methodical. They're very deliberate in how they run
The
their
game day
offenses and
guide, here it
defenses,
is.
which has led them to be
8:15 p.m. live with Flaw J. Johnson. That's
and also
next.
number 1 field goal
Michaela
percentage.
Williams will be joining us at 8:19 p.m. And of course, and many more around 8:45 p.m. will be the game tip-off. And of course, 8:39 p.m. You know.
You know what I like to say?
But this game is not starting until 8:45 p.m. Eastern time. So
Say that we were here a couple of years ago, and game day was here. I don't know how many people were here for that game. When LSU took on South Carolina, the crowd was impactful early. The way that these fans get behind their LSU Tigers, how loud they can be, how excited they can be, how much they love this team. So LSU getting off to a fast start is going to be extremely important so that all of these fans can get involved. And also, you mentioned the difference in coaches.
Yeah.
The one thing both coaches love is rebounding. And I know it can sound really niche, and I know I like to get into the weeds of things, but these are two of the best rebounding teams in the country. LSU is the best offensive rebounding team in the country. If they can get more looks off of offensive rebounds, or if both teams can get defensive rebounds, get out and run in transition, that's what the game could come down to.
And in the spirit of Valentine's Day, always shoot your shot. That's one thing that LSU does really well. They're the highest scoring offense in the nation, 97 points per game.
I personally will never shoot my shot.
I need the shot at me. Okay,
Period.
You'll catch it.
Okay, but these two offenses are very different, right, ladies?
Yeah, they are. You know, everyone knows South Carolina as post player U.
Yeah.
And they always pass the baton from one great big to another.
Yeah.
And this year's is Joyce Edwards, sensational sophomore. She leads her team 20 points per game in scoring, but she's not alone. She has a partner in crime, Medina Okot, who enters the pass right here. And check out the footwork. They have good spacing. Joyce knows she can attack the baseline, but good defense here by Tennessee. Yeah, Dre, good defense by Tennessee.
Wow.
But better offense here. Nice step through. I want you guys to see this in reverse. It's beautiful. Her patience, her maturation from last She gets the highest percentage shot to Medina Okot. And here, she's a walking double-double, coming off of a 15-rebound game. When she's this close, it's a long night for her opponent.
I'm having PTSD watching those Tennessee highlights. But, you know, this is Biggie Smalls breakdown. Let's talk about the Smalls for LSU and these LSU guards. Look how quickly Flauntae Johnson gets the ball up the court. She's playing with pace. That puts pressure on the defense. But she's also patient. Nothing was there, so what does she do? She waits for the ball to come back to her. Now she's asking for the ball screen. And a quick crossover here is on the first line of defense. You got to get past the first line to read the second line. What happens? The second line of defense doesn't step up. So Flauntae Johnson gets right into her three-point shot. It's clean. It's simple. It's a smooth read, and she knocks it down. They need that against South Carolina. But Michaela Williams, when you talk about that one-on-one game that LSU is so good at, look, 9 seconds left on the shot clock. She's got the whole side of the court to work. This is one-on-one time, and it's time to cook. The hesitation, like she's going for the left-hand layup, is just so she can get to her sweet spot at the free throw line. But what I love about this move is the shot fake sends the defense belonging. Patience again to get a smooth look at the basket. So it's combining playing with pace, but also patience for these LSU guards. And the one piece that we didn't mention, the third guard in that trio, this is the elephant in the room, Malaysia Wiley, playing against her former team. You know, some emotions are going to be involved. You know, this crowd is going to be behind Malaysia Wiley, but I'm excited to watch that play out.
The one thing I want to say before we go to Holly Rowe is the fact that during that tape, Drea almost fell out of her chair. That's how passionate she was about that. But I like that you mentioned Malaysia because Holly Rowe got to talk to both her and Dawn Staley, and she's here with us now. Holly?
Well, guys, we talk about the transfer of Malaysia Wiley from
Now, here's
South
Holly
Carolina
Rowe.
to LSU, and it's not just that simple. This is a little girl who grew up in Columbia, South Carolina, watching the Gamecocks for most of her life. And when I asked Dawn Staley about it today, she said, yes, there is going to be an emotional attachment to this. You can ignore it all you want, but it will be there. But today, the pressure is all on Malaysia. Kim Mulkey said she's aware of it. So she pulled her aside on Friday and said, are you going to have butterflies in your tummy? I hope you do. When you invest in things and you care about something, that means you're going to have butterflies. And if you don't have them, I'm not going to play you. I asked Malaysia today at practice how she's feeling, and she said, I've had a great week of practice. Things are going great. I just have to remember my game and stay confident. But Coach Mulkey told me, don't try to do too much because my game does too much. But she really wants to focus on just doing her job. She said, I don't care if I have 0 or 30 points. Winning is all I care about. And her whole family drove down from South Carolina. She said, really what I care about is getting this win because it's my mom's birthday tomorrow, and I want that to be her present.
Makes sense. She's from Columbia, South Carolina. That was her home team, but now she's here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for the Tigers. All right, it's time for the State Farm shot. Make some noise for Michaelin Curry, everybody. She's playing for $19,000 courtesy of State Farm. It symbolizes the over 19,000 State Farm.
All right, well.
The U.S. We're going to put 19 seconds on the clock. Michaelin, you're going to need to make a layup, a free throw, and a three-pointer within the 19 seconds to win the $19,000. If she does not complete the challenge, she will still walk away with $1,900. How are you feeling?
A little nervous, but I'm excited.
Okay, so the moment you touch the ball is when the clock starts. You ready? Go.
All right, let's see what she can do on this.
You got it.
Yeah, there we
She
go.
got the first.
That's a good start. Come on, sis.
Wow. Can she beat it?
Take your time.
Come on.
You got it. Follow through. Come on. 5.
Oh, my God. Come on, beat it in time. Can you do? Oh.
That was really
Wow.
Michaelin, you still get $1,900, and we're all cheering for you.
Still get money, girl.
Got you.
Wow.
That was awesome.
It was. All right, so much
2 out of 3 ain't that bad today.
We're getting closer and closer to March Madness, and we've got the exclusive.
And up next, when we come back, we have a top 16 reveal. And it's the 27 right now, so we'll be right back on the other side. But then with LSU All Access, and then of course, and we will.
Edwards gets the steal. McKayla from downtown. Deep check for Tessa.
Two of the best teams in the nation go head to head. College Game Day is covered by State Farm. Like a
Ooh.
good neighbor, State Farm is
South
there.
Downs Mardi Gras parade last night. Wow.
Order a sandwich and make it a combo for $1 today.
Holy.
And DraftKings, the
crown is yours.
It's showtime.
And we'll be right back here on the other side.
What if I get an offender bender?